君よ恐れるな心赴くなら風を切り進むその旅路を暁が知らせかけに愛さ空を
What's up, guys? It's back. It's fucking back. And I am fanboying. Look, man, I don't know if I'm the only one that felt this, but you know, episode 1, episode 2 of Disappearance of Nagato, it was okay. You know, it felt different. It really did, with Nagato being the main girl. You know, the way she acts is not the way Haruhi acts. So it was pretty different. I didn't hate it, but it was different. Now, after watching episode 3, and especially the last 10 minutes, my god, I could have sworn I was watching season 3 of the Melakane of Haru Suzumiya. I swear to god. I swear, it had the same vibes. Now, I know Haruhi is exactly the same. There's only a little bit of differences I've noticed from Haruhi. It might just be me overthinking this, but I do believe these little differences that she did in this episode is going to play a big factor later on in the series. I'll explain that a little bit later during this review. But right now, man, I just want to talk about Haruhi and the nostalgic feel I got from this episode. Now, as I was saying, now Haruhi is exactly the fucking same. Just a little bit different. A little bit of a difference. But she's exactly the fucking same, man. Just outgoing, not giving a fuck what anyone thinks, and just doing her own thing. Still loves the aliens, espers, time travel. She still loves all that shit. It just feels good seeing her. It just feels good. I'm just glad that she's going to be part of this more. Because honestly, I thought since she's going to a different school, it would be less screen time for her. But it looks like she doesn't really give a fuck, and she's going to just barge in. And she pretty much declared herself president of the club, only being there for like a few seconds. It's fucking Haruhi. And this is where we get shit started, man. Because as soon as she declared herself president, and we got introduced to Itsuka back, you know, our man Itsuka, he's back. That's when things really took off. Because in the end, everyone that's gonna be involved in this anime is pretty much in a room and fighting. It's a fucking jungle in there. And I love how Nagato compares, you know, saying that in the beginning the club was quiet, and now it's like a jungle. Because it's true. Haruhi Suzumiya brings the party wherever she goes. It's fucking Haruhi. A little bit more on Haruhi. Like I was saying, she's exactly the fucking same. Her interactions with the characters, I love it. She's exactly the same, especially with Kion. And that's another thing, man. That's another thing. If you saw my episode 1, episode 2 review, I said Kion is not the same. He's not the same sarcastic, lazy prick he always is. Now he fucking is. He really is. And that's what I love about this. And it just shows, you know, how different people make you react different ways. Because I really thought this was going to be a spin-off series. You know, just another spin-off series. I wouldn't care for this. I really thought it was going to end up being like that. But now it's season 3 of Haru. It really feels like that. And that's the thing, man. Kion is back. His usual character, his original character is back. And Haru is what made him come back. That's going to play a key role. I'll explain that a little bit later on. I just noticed that this episode pretty much has the same setup as it had in the movie of the Disappearance of Haru Suzumiya. It really did, because we got introduced to Utsuka. And the same reason, the same fucking reason. The reason that Utsuka is friends with Haruhi, saying how she's a transfer student. The same setup, the same fucking setup, even the ponytail setup. That's how season 1 ended, with the ponytail. I just love that little reference they made. That was really nostalgic for me. And because we know fucking Kion has a fetish for ponytails, he can't hide that. We all know that. I'm just saying. But they had the same setup, the same scenes, the same dialogue that they had in the movie. So I might be going off topic here, but I think this could be a continuation of the movie. I'm just saying, it's a spin-off. I know it's a spin-off, but I wouldn't be surprised if in the end it says, you know, this was just a alternative universe or something. And if I'm right, I think Bound Minion said that too. I kind of forgot, but if he said that too, then good shit. But I could see why he said that. I could really, because it feels like it's continuing from the movie. It really does, especially with the ending. I'm just saying, I'm not sure if it's right, but I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, they gave us a little plot twist at the very end. The nostalgia is stronger than ever, and especially when that soundtrack plays the I don't know if I said it right, but when I hear that, nostalgia all over my body, man. It feels good. Nostalgia feels good in your body, I'm just saying. When I hear that soundtrack, fucking awesome. The thing that really took this episode to greatness was that ending, because that ending, Like, and when I mean ending, I mean the last 10 minutes. It was just Haruhi. It was all Haruhi. As soon as she walked in, man, I could not take away the smile. Like, I'm still smiling. I'm pretty sure I'm smiling throughout the whole fucking review right now, but I really can't stop smiling. As soon as she walked in, she stole the show. And what she did in this episode, I'm gonna kind of just summarize what happened. First she brings the fucking frogmas that we've seen in the original, so that's already nostalgic. Secondly, she jacks Asahi, and she brings her on a fucking pallet. That's just hilarious. As soon as I saw that, man, I could not stop. That was really funny for me. And you know how Asahi is. She's always shy. She's like, it's fucking funny, man. And I can't wait until Haruhi dresses her up as a bunny. That's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We know that. I can't wait for that. For many reasons. And what I'm loving more is that we're getting character interactions from Haruhi with characters that normally we wouldn't get. Because, first of all, the blue-haired chick, I forgot her name, she was an alien, so she was nowhere. I don't even think there was a scene that she talked to Haruhi in the original. Secondly, Suryu, she got so little screen time, he barely even talked. But now it looks like this anime is going to take a different approach. It looks like they're going to actually be main characters. They're going to actually be there a lot more than they did in the original. Also, with Nagato, that's another thing. I'm not going to say that this has the possibility of being better than the original, but I'm just saying that since these characters are more in this anime, some of the characters actually talk more. Nagato, so this might as well be a very, very good anime, not average. I actually think this could be a very good anime. It could be nostalgic reasons, maybe, but I'm just saying, more characters always do better, in my opinion. In this series, we got Nagato talking a lot more. She's actually very shy. She's actually very funny. She's adorable. It's gonna help it. It's not gonna make it worse. That whole fight, and the way that Haruhi says it, saying, oh, you know, I got Asahi, but it only took 2 noble sacrifices, like it was nothing. She sees them as sacrifices, as lambs, as sacrificial lambs. That's how Haruhi sees them. Hilarious. One thing to note is that it's Itsuki, you know, the new guy, the transfer student. He says he likes Haruhi. That's another thing I'm connecting the disappearance of Haruhi to this anime. It's a continuation. Just like in the disappearance, Itsuki liked it. I'm just saying. And I never got to it, did I? I said I was going to talk about how Haruhi's a little bit different. Now, she's different because there's 2 moments in the episode that actually caught my eye that made me think, alright, there might be some love between Haruhi and Kion. And we all know Haruhi. She's not that girl that would actually just say, you know what, I like you. She's not that kind of girl. The thing that makes me head towards that route is because 2 moments. The first moment was when they were in a cafe. They got out. Then Haruhi forgot her bags. And then Nagato and Kion decided, hey, they said, we'll go help you. We'll go help you find it. And then she gave a weird look down. She looked down. She looked to the side. And then she looked kind of, you know, like appreciative. Like, oh, thank you. She never does that shit. I'm just saying right now. In the original, she never did that shit. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but as I recall, she never did that. Like, she wanted to thank him. I don't think she ever did that in the original. So that's what would make me feel like she's vulnerable. Like being nice to her would actually make her fall in love with you. Alright, keep that in mind. That's what I'm thinking. That's my personal opinion. The second moment was when she brought Asahi to the group and they were having this normal conversation after she just said she sacrificed Kion and Itsuki. That's fucking hilarious. But it came in that moment when she said, why does Kion treat me differently than how he treats Nagato? Now that plays a big factor. In my opinion, man, that plays the big factor where this story is gonna head to. First of all, she's thinking about Kion. We got that. That's fact. She's thinking about Kion by saying those words. Secondly, she actually feels kind of, you could say that she feels offended by how Kion treats her. They're like kind of mad, like, hey, show me some respect. It might be emotional. It might be love that's making her feel like that. I'm just saying, because from what I could tell, man, if it really is a continuation, if they're really trying to, you know, connect the two, it only makes sense that she would actually fall for Kion all over again. Because like I said, Haruhi brings out Kyo's realness. That's how he is. And Haruhi fell in love with that Kion, the Kion we're seeing right now. I'm just saying. So, it's not safe. It's not a safe bet that Nagato will end up with Kion. Well, it kind of is, but we're just saying the love interest it's gonna be Haruhi. I'm just saying, it's gonna be Haruhi. Haruhi's gonna like Kion. She might not admit it ever, but it's gonna fucking happen. If it was episode 1 Kion, no, never. This Haruhi brought out our Kion, the Kion we all grew up watching. And there's also a reason why, when they were at the cafe, Haruhi said, "Hey, is that your boyfriend?" There's a reason. They're trying. I got this, man. I got that. I'm telling you, they foreshadowed it in the beginning, and I caught it. It's gonna happen. I could almost. It's like 90% guaranteed that's gonna happen. It's the same. It's exactly the same feels that I got. Just a little bit better. It really is, because we got more characters, and some of them are talking. I'm just saying. Loved it. Beginning to end, I loved it. Can't wait for next week. I already brought my theories, my speculations, what I think was gonna happen in the future. Man, what do you guys think, man? You guys agree with me or not? What are your personal opinions on it, and what do you guys think is gonna happen in the future? Because I do believe Haruhi's gonna fall in love with him. It has to happen. The signs are there. Those 3 moments that I just mentioned really make me feel like she's gonna fall for him. The whole theory of this is just a continuation or an alternative universe of the disappearance of Haruhi Suzumi, you know, what if scenario. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, that's all I got, man. What do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. Thanks again for watching, guys. Take care, be safe, have an awesome day. Peace.